Yo guys, how you all doing today? It's me, it's Managerial75 guys. I'm back for another reaction video talking today about the recent league defeats to Hearts and Aberdeen and giving my honest opinions on it and where we go from here. So that being said, let's talk about that. So guys, as I said in the intro there, I'm going to be giving my honest opinions on the last two league games and just the general fallout from the last two league games as I've seen the past couple of days on social media. I'll start with the Hearts game. First things first, I am not going to make any meal about the Hearts game at all. We got exactly what we deserved in that game. We got nothing, we deserved nothing. The Hearts players done what was needed. You know, they treated the game like it was must win, like it was, you know, the pinnacle of their life, you know. And if I'm being wholeheartedly honest, as I say, I mean, they deserved everything that they got in that game. The individual battles, you know, every 50-50, every first and second ball, all over the pitch they were winning. It was bitterly disappointing to be on the end of that result. But as I say, we got exactly what we deserved and we got nothing. You know, I don't believe for a minute that anything would have been different. You know, I've heard a lot of people kind of say we got the team wrong, we got the tactics wrong. If I'm being wholeheartedly honest, I don't think it's a case of tactics or anything like that. I think it was just made about passion, about heart, a bit of grit and fight. You know, a bit of rolling up the sleeves and just saying, you know, let's be having it sort of thing. And to be fair to Hearts, they done it. You know, they done that. They done that for the first whistle to the last. As I say, I have no arguments over the game. As I say, I mean, Hearts done everything right. I was very surprised reading their team lineup that Stephen Naismith wasn't involved and that Connor Washington had got a start. Well, he made me eat my words because he got the third goal and Naismith came on and, you know, he was brilliant when he came on, to be fair. I've heard a lot of people kind of moan and say, oh, that's it, I'm not going to the semi-final now, and, you know, having a dig at fans for leaving at 2 and 3-0. I'll be honest, I have to say I left at 3-0 because I was just devastated. You know, I was devastated at the fact that we had just rolled over and died as easy as what we did. So I make no qualms about it. I don't judge supporters for leaving in games early, you know. I try to be as proactive as I can when it comes to supporting Hibs. You know, you have to be proactive. I believe a supporter's job is to support, but there's a limit to that. And unfortunately, on the Tuesday night, we hit that limit. You know, there was nothing there. I mean, the fans couldn't even, I actually think the fans couldn't even be bothered to slate the team anymore. You know, it was that kind of game. But I mean, there's been that niggling feeling, in my opinion, this season where we seem to be going back to the way we were before. And rather than being this tight group of supporters who enjoy watching the football team, it's like we're going back to the days of old where it's like, well, I'm a season ticket holder, I go home and away, I'm a bigger fan than you, I'm bigger this, I'm bigger that. And it's almost like it's a competition. Now, listen, I've been a season ticket holder for 27 years at Hibs, and I'm coming up for 32. You know, that's no bad going in my opinion, right? You know, I used to go to matches home and away. I used to enjoy it. But there comes a time where, especially from a financial point of view, you're not always capable of going home and away. I don't grudge fans for going away to Hampden for a semi-final or a final. You're a Hibs supporter. You might only be able to make that game. You might only be able to make 1 or 2 games a season. You're still supporting the team. You know what I mean? It's the way it is, you know what I mean? So for people to then jump on one another to go, well, I'm a bigger fan than you, I'm a bigger fan than you. I didn't get that culture. I didn't understand why we're doing that. And to be quite honest, it's quite embarrassing, in my opinion, to see that. And you see it everywhere on social media. People bringing back loyalty points for ticketing systems, bringing back this, bringing back that. I go home and away, I do this, I do that. Nobody's denying that people go home and away to football matches. Nobody's denying that. But to sit there and, for example, take a ticket away for a supporter just because they didn't go to every home match and every away game, I think it's pretty poor. That's just my opinion. Maybe people will agree with me on that point. Maybe people will not. I don't know. I didn't really care, to be honest, because my opinion is my own. You know? But that's Tuesday night's game. I'm going to talk about the game yesterday now as well. Now, obviously, from what I've heard, you know, we played well up until the sending off. The sending off seemed to have changed the whole game, where we just went to pieces. Now, this has been systematic at Hibs season, where we'll let a team back in. We'll let a team back in, and when we let them back in, that team takes full advantage. We've lost 28 points this season from winning positions. Now, on the one hand, that's really concerning, and it's no good enough. But on the other hand, I think it's still no Jack Ross's team. Jack Ross has had one January transfer window. It's no his team. We have a lot of deadwood at the team just now. I think that's abundantly clear. Granted, there's a couple of players, Adam Jackson and Joe Newell for two, who I think a lot of Hibs fans wrote off quite early on in the season and quite easily. Whereas these guys now are now showing what they're worth. I really rate Adam Jackson as a central defender. We've really missed Joe Newell, in my opinion, for his deliveries. You know, I mean, there's no doubt that Hibs are missing a defensive midfielder, right? We've never replaced Marvin Bartley. To a degree, we've never replaced Mark Milligan. As I said in earlier videos, I was never Mark Milligan's biggest fan. I don't know what it was about him. I just didn't rate him. Okay? I didn't rate him. I didn't go to matches and slate him. Right? I tried to style social media about him as much as I could. But I think there was times where, certainly, you know, again, fans have criticism of players, and I think to the players just now who are coming in for a lot of criticism, and a lot of it, in my opinion, is founded, as Paul Hanlon and Lewis Stevenson. Now, Lewis Stevenson is, in my opinion, the guy's a club legend. He's the only man in the club's history to win both major cup competitions in Scotland. The man is a legend, right? Is Jack Ross the first manager there who doesn't buy him? Who doesn't buy Lewis Stevenson as the professional? I'll leave that to the floor. Paul Hanlon, I think, has struggled for, I want to say, at least maybe a year and a bit. Again, a laddie he's lived the dream for being a Hibs supporter. He's a Hibs supporter growing up. He's won the Scottish Cup with Hibs. He's captained Hibs. He's scored for Hibs. He's played for Hibs. The guy, again, is a club legend. But what I think we are doing now is we have a lot of sentimentality with the back four. And I have said this in previous videos, where I think that the sentimentality is there with players like Darren McGregor, Paul Hanlon, Stevenson and David Gray. You know, that was the back four that won the Scottish Cup. They will always have a place in the hearts of a Hibs supporter. Always. You know, that's never going to change. But does that sentimentality now overrule the reality? And that is that these guys are now struggling. Darren McGregor, for all that he's, you know, Darren McGregor is 34. You know, I didn't actually think he's lost that yard of pace yet, which is good for him, because obviously with a lot of defenders and with a lot of football players in general, when they hit obviously an older age, they lose a yard of pace, whereas I don't think Darren McGregor has lost that pace yet, but his body is more susceptible to injury. David Gray, I think, is now coming into that mark as well. Take the St Mirren game, for example, for that second goal. I think David Gray, of a year or two ago, David Gray cleans that play route. He cleans that play route, no hassle, gets up, gets on with it. But because of the fact David Gray's coming off the back end of a really serious injury, one after the other, it's obviously now in the back of his mind that he can't go in lunging into tackles anymore because then he'll get injured. So obviously he gave that player that extra yard and he was punished for it. Now, I didn't want people to think I'm just singling people out because I'm really not. I'm just saying where the back four is concerned, we have so much sentimentality and I think we need to cut that. We definitely need, in my opinion, I think we need a new back four. People like Tom James as well. I think Tom James obviously was a Heckingbottom signing. He was one who was written off by a lot of Hibs supporters, myself included, but he hasn't hit that bit form that Newell and Jackson has. Will he come into that? I don't know. Is he good enough for Hibs? Personally, I want to say no. But that's my opinion. We obviously have now, the summer is going to be massive for Hibs in terms of who we bring in, because that's going to be Jack Ross's first real window to put his mark on the team, to show basically what he's got in terms of bringing players in. It's still not his team. Yes, we've had, as I say, he's had one window where he's brought in Omiyonga, McNulty and Doherty, but again, you can't have, that to me is just isn't enough time. Something that I mentioned on Twitter as well, I'm actually seeing people, posts round about in social media, saying Jack Ross should be sacked. Now, I'm sorry. No. That I'm nipping that right in the bud right now. Jack Ross should not be sacked as Hibs manager for the reasons that I've just gave. It's not his team yet. He's had no time to put his mark on the team, and unfortunately, he needs time. He's taken us hefty heights since he started, because if you think about it, we were 1 point above Hearts when he started. I think we're now 14 points above them. Yes, that would have been more had the results gone for us, but it is what it is. But it's still great work behind the scenes. So, for people now, I mean, I'm sorry, are we going to go back to how it was before, where we've got a manager there who, for example, isn't picking up results, or just sack him? When things didn't go right, sack the manager. Is that how we're going to go back to? That isn't how a football club should be run, in my opinion. In my opinion, yes, you're going to have a manager there who will make mistakes. Will results always go for them? No. Does every manager deserve time? Yes. A manager deserves at least, I don't know, maybe 2-3 years to really get things together with his outfit. I mean, in modern football, you're not going to get that. Of course you're not going to get that. But it doesn't take away the fact that managers should be getting at least 2 or 3 years to work things out. Now, as I've already said, I'm not saying that I am in no doubt that Jack Ross is the man for Hibs. I am in no doubt. I've heard people saying, we should have gave Stubbs a job. We should have gave the job back to Stubbs. Why? Yes, I know Alan Stubbs won the Scottish Cup with Hibs. There is no getting away for that. The man is a legend for doing that. He succeeded where the previous 29 Hibs managers failed. Is that worth noting? Hell yeah. Hell yes, it's worth noting. It's worth noting that. But on the flip side of the coin, he failed to get promotion for the Championship twice. I'm not denying that when it comes down to it, Alan Stubbs brought in players that, you know, Hibs didn't really have a right to sign. Liam Henderson, Anthony Stokes. 2 players that come straight to my mind that we didn't have any real right to sign. Excuse me. But he had an eye for a player. He did get Hibs playing that style of football. He gave us our swagger back. He did have a right togetherness about the team. And he was a father figure. I think a lot of the players who played under Alan Stubbs, they would have took a bullet for him. There's no doubt in that. But we can't keep looking back for past glories. We need to keep moving forward, in my opinion. So, as I've already said, Jack Ross is a man for Hibs, in my opinion. Where we go from here, I'm not sure. The game against St Johnstone next Saturday, that's going to be a massive game, because St Johnstone they've went under the radar and they're in contention for the top 6. Kilmarnock and Livingston are again in contention for cementing the top 6, as are we. The bottom 6 is looking pretty tight now. Isn't, you know, it's a good season. Well, I say it's a good season. For the neutral, it's a good season. But, I mean, I say that in a past video, I think that our expectation levels need to be lowered a wee bit. I still think that's the case. I don't think Hibs are in any position. I don't think they'll get relegated. Anything like that. I think we'll hopefully we'll go on. We'll get stronger as the rest of the season goes on. But I'm being honest enough to say, if Hibs finished 6th and won the Scottish Cup, bring it on. I'm delighted with that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the rest of the season's going to hold. As I've said, this is my opinion for the last 2 matches. I have to come through and talk about the things that I've seen, because I think some of the things that I've seen recently, especially in the Hibs group on Twitter and Facebook and everything like that, it's quite frankly, it's embarrassing. And I think we're better than that. As a support, I think we're better than that. Is it concerning? A little bit. Not going to lie. But it is what it is. Listen, I'm sure everybody will agree. Being a Hibby is no easy. Do you know what I mean? Being a Hibby is no easy. It's never going to be easy. It's never been easy. It never will be easy. But that's why we love it. It is what it is. Okay? But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave my usual ramblings at that point just now. I'll leave it just now. If you're new to the channel, please click the subscribe button. That will really help me out if you do that. Click the bell icon beside the subscribe button. That will let you know when I upload. With that being said, I'll see you for the matchday vlog against St Johnstone. Enjoy your working week, and I'll see you then. Cheerio.